I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious. I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
What up? Uh-oh. What's good with you? Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday. We made it to a whole nother Friday, man. They gave us another one, man. You know what I'm saying? Could have gone the other way. Welcome to the program, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go live with Lamont King. I'm Lamont King. We are now live, so let's go. Good to see y'all. Hope everything's well for you. First timers, come on in, sit down, don't touch nothing. Something like a podcast, Monday through Friday. I'm sorry, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. East Coast time. Shout out to everybody watching on the West Coast right now. See you and worldwide. Hilarious commentary, trending topics, celebrity guests, interesting people, and you. Shout out to the Peanut Gallery. No individual shout outs. Also known as the nigga section. A lot going on today, man. Good to see y'all. Hey, don't forget to, we're broadcasting live from the newly remodeled Drunken Fruit Studios inside of Tiny Closet Studios.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.
Appreciate you. Go check them out, man. The summer's almost over. So, I got some nice specials, refreshing specials. Visit the website, drunkenfruit.com. Spell it right. And there's that. You never know. All right, phone line's open. Because I want to hear from y'all, man. 765-LETS-GO-1. 765-538-7461. It's a live show. Don't trip. We got phones. Hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, share it, let people know that we're on about for the next hour or so. We're just gonna rap, man. It's Friday, so all fun and games. A little bit different, a little bit lighter. It's all fun and games until it ain't. Say what's up to our executive producer down the hall in Studio G, Mr. Clarkson. And on standby, probably on remote, on assignment, Mr. John Watson, our New York bureau chief. Should be here momentarily, or not. All right, so look, here's what it is, man. Derek Chauvin. It's all over Twitter, man. Just got sentenced today. Let me see if I can find some video. So we can see it and then talk about it. You know what I mean? Let's see. I had one pulled up. We were just this should work. Is that? No, that's 3 hours. What do you mean? I'm not playing that. Oh, the judge. Let's go to the judge. Here we go. Little minute video. See what he's talking about. Judge Cahill. I don't know if you checked it out earlier. He gave him 270 months, which equates to about 22 and a half years. I should have, it was last minute, but I should have got attorney Ike Speaks, friend of the program, on to explain to us what the hell is a half a year prison sentence. Like, what is 22 and a half years? What is 270 months? Sound like describing a toddler. Like, what's 270? Why not just 276? You know what I'm saying? Round up 23 years. We found out on the Karen Hunter show, the Minnesota state law, all prison sentences, you do 2/3 in prison, and your last third is done what we would be familiar with as on parole. So he's going to do roughly 15 physical years in prison if the appeals don't go through, and if he makes it, ladies and gentlemen, if the judges were looking for, if he makes it. I looked at that man's face, and he don't look built for it. That's just my opinion. From what I had seen, he don't look built for it. He don't look ready for it. It's still weird because he still got the non-remorseful, I'm really not supposed to be here face. He still has that, even through the sentencing. I saw one little joint on Twitter that was kind of crazy. They had it zoomed in the part where the judge is saying, you can't own no guns or be around them for the rest of your life. He was like, Like, out of everything he said, that's the joint that got your eyebrow raised? That's what got you concerned? All right, let's take a look. Let's take a quick listen. For those of you who missed it, this just in. This was like an hour and a half ago.
As sentence for count 1, the court commits you to the custody of the Commissioner of Corrections for a period of 270 months. That's 270. That is a 10-year addition to the presumptive sentence of 150 months. This is based on your abuse of a position of trust and authority, and also the particular cruelty shown to George Floyd. You were granted credit for 199 days already served. Pay the mandatory surcharge of $78 to be paid from prison wages. You're prohibited from possessing firearms, ammunition, or explosives for the remainder of your life. Provide a DNA sample as required by law. Register as a predatory offender as required by law. And then you will receive a copy of the order and also the attached memorandum explaining the court's analysis. Anything further?
All right, there you have it. The judge's mouth. He said a couple key things there. One in particular, the sentencing was based on just the aggressive use of power and authority, and then no, not aggressive. What's the word he just used? He just said it. Excessive, and then the way in which he did it. So it was a little thing he slipped in there too. It was originally presumptive is 150, so it's 10 years more. So the presumptive, I guess that's the base minimum. Let's watch this again because I got questions. Hold on, let's watch this real quick before we move on. Let's watch this one more time.
As sentence for count 1, the court commits you to the custody of the Commissioner of Corrections.
First, he sound nervous.
270 months.
Here we go.
270. That is a 10-year addition to the presumptive sentence of 150 months. This is based on your abuse of a position of trust and authority, and also the particular cruelty shown to George Floyd.
So the particular cruelty and the abuse of your job got you 10 extra years. So if not for that, you'd have been sentenced to 150, which is what, 12 and a half, 12 and 3 months, and 150 months, whatever that math is. So 60% of that. So he would have got about 6 or 7. He would have did 6 or 7 on the inside.
You were granted credit for 199 days already served. Pay the mandatory surcharge of $78 to be paid from prison wages.
Hey man, what's this $80 surcharge? That's the one. That was the one. What's this $80 surcharge for? What? Pay from your prison wages. He'll pay that off in the first year. What does that do? Is that restitution? There should be some restitution. I know some people that go in and they work their entire time to pay back the victim's family. And he got a $78 surcharge? What is you talking about? Anyway. All right. For more analysis, let's bring in our New York Bureau Chief, John. John Watson, welcome to the program. What's good with ya?
What's up, fam?
Yeah.
So like, I wish they'd have did a side by side when he did say the $80 surcharge. Like, was that the moment where he goes,
Yeah, right.
"What are you talking about? $80, fam?
$80?
What are you talking about?
Are you kidding me?
Are you serious right now?
$80?
Y'all are
Absolutely.
tripping."
Absolutely ridiculous. Now Haynes says here that I have to eat crow. I don't know why. I don't know why. Oh, Periscope is acting up. I don't know why I would have to eat crow.
You sound like you're eating crow right now, fam. What is you chewing
No,
on?
he's I'm gonna come back to that. I do believe that I didn't think justice would be meted out in the way that I would have thought.
Yeah.
As light as 22 is, I didn't think he was going to get 22. No way.
Listen, I'm team no surprises.
Right.
After 2020, I will not.
Yeah.
You will not be allowed to surprise me. After 2020 with anything. So the fact that he got what he got, it's a shrug on the shoulders to me at this point, because you know what I'm saying. The fact that the trial lasted more than a day, is also a shrug on the shoulders.
All right.
So he gonna do his 15.
He's not doing 15.
I hope. Well, if he does, I hope there are hard, and I emphasize hard. I hope hard things happen to him in those 15 years.
You see that man? You see that man face?
No, I didn't see. I saw his eye. I saw his from the bridge of his nose up.
Yeah, I got 2 words for you. You ready? Epstein.
Oh, geez.
He's not doing that time. He not when them appeals don't come through. He's not built for that.
Didn't he already lose the appeal?
No, but there's some room for another type of There's some room. Apparently, a legal analyst on Karen Hunter's show said there's still room for a little wiggle.
Is his money still long and still strong? They still supporting him out there with the GoFundMe's?
That's a question.
Because
he had a 9-member legal team and he raised $100,000 in like 12 minutes.
Yeah, is they still with him though? Sometimes that stuff dries out. That money dries out. I'm talking about the supporters. I don't know. They might have just said, "Hey, we might have lost one on this one. We just going to let him go."
Now you think they ain't supporting him? They definitely supporting that wife. They supporting that wife. They over at the house supporting her. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna support the hell out of her for the next 15 years. I tell you what. She's gonna be asking for plenty of support over the next 15 years.
He gonna call her, "Hey baby, how's it going? What you got going on?" Just Tim came over and Kevin.
No, what
Mac?
I think it was Bernie Mac said it. He was like, "Who nothing? Nothing? What you doing? Nothing?"
Just
getting support.
The support group is here.
The entire group.
Yeah, that's who it is. Haynes said he's going out like McAfee. I had that story ready too. Yeah, he's going out 3 words, not the Epstein 2 words. McAfee. That's what's going to happen.
Okay,
that's what's
we shall see.
Yeah, we're gonna go to that story too. But if you got some commentary on the Derek Chauvin sentencing today, 22 and a half years to serve 2/3 of that in jail. 765 let's go 765-538-7461. Feel free, the phones are wide open. I got some fruit gummies.
Oh, okay.
Some rum gummies, which I like to call rummies.
Okay.
So there's a particular brand of rum that I can no longer in my older age no longer consume.
What's that?
Appleton's.
Yeah, that's yeah.
It's too much.
That's a learned man's drink. That's an advanced beverage.
I started on that. No, I started on it. But
yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, if I'm on that,
you gotta keep it going. You gotta keep that going. You can't just you can't one day just decide you want some more Appletons. You gotta maintain that lifestyle.
It does me horribly.
Really?
I found a secret though. I soak gummy bears in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I pop those. You know what I'm saying? I can pop those.
So wait, are the gummies infused or are you?
No,
you're soaking them. You soak them in the rum, and they just. How does that work?
Yeah.
So this is a home science project that you do.
Oh, I do it all the time, and it's great.
Okay.
Take a bag, right?
Pour
them in a bowl, and then pour enough of the beverage just to cover them.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in the refrigerator for about 5 days.
And they will absorb all of the
completely. No,
really okay.
It's amazing. It's a nice little treat. You know what I mean?
That's like the 2021 Jello shot.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yeah. You didn't even.
You ain't had to put your gummy in my face like that, fam.
Oh shucks. Well, Rachel in Ohio says she's drinking Appletons. Whoa, she knows.
Yeah.
Whoa,
that's the good stuff.
Whoa.
I got a bottle of it at the crib for sure.
Yeah, I did too, and I put it right in the gummy bear. I can't drink that.
Okay, right. I might have to try that.
Let's go down the hall for immediate fact checking and check in with Mr. Clarkson down in Studio G. What's good with you?
Hey, what's going on, good people? So
what up, fam?
What up? So real quick, he said that the Judge Peter Cowhill, said that inside of the sentencing that he was not based off of any emotion or sympathy. He goes further and says, but at the same time, I want to acknowledge the deep and tremendous pain that all families are feeling, especially the Floyd family. I think the language that got me, because I had never heard this before, and once again, I'll plead ignorance here, is I never heard anyone have to register as a predatory offender. Have you all heard that before?
I have heard that, and it depends on the type of crime.
Right. So as a predator, what I've been able to look up real quick is that a predatory offender basically gets treated the same way as a sex offender.
Absolutely.
So he can't live anywhere in the radius of libraries, schools, play areas. Yeah, that is if he makes it out. I'm agreeing with you. I don't see him making it out.
He's not doing 15.
No, it's all in his face. He really thought it was going to be maybe 4, maybe 5. But when they said 22 and a half, I think that really shook him at his core. I'm very curious to see how this follows down as far as these appeals, but I don't see this any of the appeals going his way. So
no,
that's it.
Appreciate you. Now I will say this: now that he's been made an example of, to your point, John, still had a support. I think he will be the scapegoat. They will definitely discard him. It'll be people.
That's what they do.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He'll be martyred. He'll be martyred, but at the same time, it ain't gonna be like, oh no, this wasn't right. This was injustice. You know what I'm saying? He ain't. It's nothing you can do. Once the sentence came down to people that was really, ain't nothing you can do. But they on to the next. They already.
Let me give you an impression of a good likely majority of his supporters after that sentencing. Would you mind playing the judge reading the?
Oh, let's go back.
But give me a bigger screen of us. Okay, hold on. So people, there you go. Okay, now give me the judge reading some of the sentence, and I'm going to be his supporting audience.
You're prohibited from possessing firearms, ammunition, or explosives for the remainder of your life. Provide a DNA sample as required by law. Register as a predatory offender as required by law. And then you will receive a copy of the order and also the attached memorandum explaining the court's analysis. Anything further? As a sentence for count 1, the court commits you.
Wait, I don't know if y'all can hear me when I pull off screen, but I was laughing. But no, I need you to do it again, right? All right, that's what I thought you was gonna do.
What?
So as he gets to it, right? Put the jacket on, and you have to get up and leave. And leave. All right, let's try it again.
Wait. I gotta gather myself. Okay. Wait a second. Okay. All right.
The jacket on your chair.
Take me out and let me.
He got to gather himself. All right. So here's a live look. Oh wait a minute. He's getting himself situated. And what we're gonna see is the true supporters. Live look in the courtroom. True supporters. As the verdict, we've acquired exclusive footage inside the courtroom of Chauvin #1 supporters as the verdict is being read. Let's go to it now.
To the custody of the Commissioner of Corrections for a period of 270 months. It's 270.
Shit.
That is 10-year addition to the presumptive sentence of 150 months. This is based on your abuse of a position of trust and authority, and also the particular cruelty shown to George Floyd. You are granted credit for 199 days already served. Pay the mandatory surcharge of $78 to be paid from prison wages. You're prohibited from possessing firearms, ammunition, or
That's hilarious.
Registered as a predatory offender.
Oh man! And not the spinning chair. The spinning chair. Oh jeez, that's amazing television, ladies and gentlemen. That is hilarious. Not the spinning chair.
True reenactment. That's gonna cut up real good in post.
Yeah, how'd they let you in the courtroom with the newspaper, Sam? With contraband.
You know how they be in the
Well, time to go.
In the newspaper, they be in, they just be reading the newspaper, as stuff is, huh? Okay, now we got to get out of here.
Yeah, hilarious.
Yeah, man, they're out of here, fam. They are gone.
Yeah, there's nothing really you can root for. You got to root for the next one.
Right. Who's up? Who's next on the docket?
You got to root for the next one because they done
docket. He's gone. Yeah,
some wild shit happened last week. This past week, it wasn't as it didn't end as gravely, but I think it was some wild shit I seen video of this past week.
That's every week, fam. I saw one where somebody posted, it might have been DL. DL tends to post a lot of that stuff. DL Hugo.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I feel like
he posted one where like this cop like had to put down like a teenager, and he like doubled over the cop after he shot her because like the kid had a gun on him, and it was either him or the kid.
Okay,
and the cop like doubled over crying because he had to put this kid down because he was like, "Yo, you had a gun on me, fam." Like, it was like you couldn't even. There was no disputable whatever about it. It was like it was either him or the teenager at that point. He was like,
oddly enough, that video was that recent.
Well, I don't know how recent it was, but I know he put it out this week. I saw it this week. I don't know exactly when it happened.
They released those fast. It ain't no. Well, we got an internal investigation. We got to wait to release the body cam.
Mm-hmm.
When the police are in the right, that video is 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was like phone video. It was like a phone camera too.
Yeah,
they put that right out.
One was it Chicago with a dude? They walking person with a gun, and they did have a description, and he was in the alley.
Mm-hmm.
They walking down in Chicago, and they're like hands. He like what? He had his hands in the hoodie. You didn't see that one? And he pulled out through the hoodie.
No.
He was like, what? And it was like, kick. They laid him down though. They laid him down. But that was like when by the time the video hit the internet, they was like, yeah, this was from last night. I was like, last night?
Right.
Yeah.
They was on it. PR was on it. Like,
but let them smash on somebody and they were completely in the wrong. Man,
the investigators are still reviewing the footage in the city. Yeah,
18 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like the dude in Carolina, they showed the parents when they shot the dude in through the car. 3 bullets in the back and one in the back of the head, and man, they showed they was like, "Oh, we have the video. It's just been edited. Here you go.
Right, here you go.
37 seconds." They was like, "What? Wait, what?"
Right.
Ridiculous. Twitter is giving Van Jones the blues.
Hey, you know what?
They're killing him right now.
You know what? It's a true story because I'm listening to y'all right earlier, and then as they were reading some of it, then like y'all had to go to break, right? So I flipped to CNN just to hear the end of what the judge had to say,
and he was talking.
And as soon as the judge stopped talking, and then whomever the announcer of the show was like, to recap, 22-year sentence, he'll do 15, blah blah blah. And Van Jones started talking. I go, I don't want to listen to you, fam. Like, I don't want to hear nothing you gotta say. Like, I don't even care what you're saying. Oh, this is a disgrace, and and this is a, and I just like, I don't want to hear it from you, fam.
What was his?
I didn't listen to it. He started talking, and he was disappointed and blah blah blah. And I was like, I don't want to hear it from you. And I literally changed the channel. I could not hear it from him. He annoys me.
He's actually trending right now, and it's just saying how Twitter is reacting to him, and they're really going in, like memeing him to death. But I didn't even.
Was he crying? I don't even know if he was crying. I don't know if he.
I don't know what position he started. I don't know if you're right. I don't even.
I didn't want to hear it from him at all. I was just like,
I had energy. He's one of them people. he's ending up like Kanye, where I gotta be ready to listen to you. So you don't just ruin my day, and I'm like, who the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I gotta be like, what are you talking about? So so that I'm not like that, I gotta get ready. And he used to be cool. I don't know what happened.
You know, like he's one of those the dudes like where you here this.
Yeah.
All right, man, go ahead. You know what I mean? Like he's one of them type of cats. Like
we listen, I turn and he's on, and I listen. I'm like, no, you don't believe that.
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here. You don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's one of those. Here's an interesting story that I held from this week. Did you hear this about Warren Buffett? Warren Buffett?
He quit the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, something like that,
as a trustee. And he says that in about 2006 or 7, whatever, he swore or committed to that he was going to eventually give away 99% of his wealth. Because he's an ultimate philanthropist. And he said after what he did this week, he's halfway there. He gave away $4.1 billion worth of Berkshire Hathaway shares. Let's watch this real quick.
How did I miss that?
Exactly.
Where was I?
And even if you caught it, like, what are you supposed to do in that moment? I would like, if I got that news, that information, like, how I'm supposed to come up? We need to know, man.
Right.
Like, I'm trying to, we got to be in that type of stuff, man. Because I think I'm not.
Who did he give it to?
Right. Well, so that means anybody could have bought him.
In 2006, he pledged to eventually give away all of his Berkshire Hathaway shares to philanthropic endeavors. He's out with a note today with his annual contributions to 5 foundations. And he says as of today, he's made a yearly contribution of shares this time around worth $4.1 billion. He says that puts him halfway to his goal. He kind of lays this out. He said that back in June of 2006, he owned 474,998 A shares. He now owns half of that, 238,624 shares. The remaining shares are worth about $100 billion. He has given away $41 billion over the last 16 years in these installments to these 5 philanthropies. So he has given away half of his Berkshire Hathaway shares. But what's interesting is the half he gave away, if he'd held on to it to now, would be worth $100 billion. It's a kind of age-old question of when do you give your money away? How long do you hold on to it to compound it and maybe make more use of it? But he says he's halfway to his goal of giving away all of his shares in Berkshire Hathaway. And what's interesting about this is he makes a lot of comments about philanthropy, which plays into what we've been hearing so much about billionaires and how much they pay in taxes because of the ProPublica reports. He also says that he is resigning from the board of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. He says just as he's done all corporate boards other than Berkshire's. He says the CEO of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is Mark Sussman, an outstanding recent selection who has his full support. Says the goals are 100% in sync with those of the foundation, and his physical participation is in no way needed to achieve those goals. But guys, this plays into a lot of different things that we've been seeing here. The 5 foundations that he gave away to, Bill and Melinda Gates is one of them. There are the 3 foundations run by his children and the one of his late wife, Susan Thompson Buffett. Those are the 5 foundations that give it. But he makes a lot of different points here that dynastic wealth remains an option in America. He says it's less the norm here than in other countries, but he thinks it will likely diminish. The appeal of that dynastic wealth will diminish over time. Kind of brings up the front that philanthropy is a hot topic right now, and one that is worthy for Congress to periodically revisit the tax policy for charitable contributions, particularly in respect to donors, he says, who get imaginative with this. So it plays into some of those comments, but there's kind of a lot to go through.
Well, a couple of things. I think she was reading a little fast.
Yeah, she was very wordy and quick.
41 billion and then all of that. But I need somebody that understands money to kind of explain that. What is the benefit of that? I know he has a lot still, but when he's trying to diminish the dynastic atmosphere to that whole thing, what does that mean? Like, is he's saying that too many people keep money in their family and generation? I thought that was the American way. I thought that's what you.
That's right. Literally, the definition of generational wealth. Yeah. My other question, again, I'm like, well, who got the shares? Like, was it life changing to someone that, like, what kind of lottery system?
They said 5. What did she say? Charities or nonprofits? 5. She said the word, but I forgot. but she said Thailand. And so it was organizations. It wasn't any HBCUs. University of Maryland Eastern Shore did not get any this time.
All right. What about the alumni of those?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you ain't got to give it to the whole school. Just let me get a little. What the cracklings that fall out of that man's pocket could set me up for life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and don't get me wrong. I'm clearly aware that it's a supreme tax write-off. Haynes said Brooklyn Nets owners gave away $2.5 million to minorities hit economically by COVID-19. That's a beast.
Yeah,
I guess I got to read up on that. All right, let's go to the lines. A cutie pie. Oh, my bad. Caught drinking.
Caught you slipping.
Caught me red-handed.
Whoa, what was that? What was that?
Scissor.
It's just some sangria. That's all.
Okay. All right.
So no, I wanted to talk about Chauvin.
All right, let's get it.
Yeah. So I honestly thought that the 22 years was actually more than I actually thought he was going to get. Now I know he's not going to do the whole 22. And when Lamont said something about 2 words Epstein, I was thinking 2 words suicide watch. But
isn't that the same thing? That's the
same basically. Yeah. So I was actually thinking they was going to give him a dime to 15 and he was only going to do like 8 or 7.
Okay.
That's what I actually thought. So the fact that 22 years came across my screen, I was like, what? For real though? And then, of course, I didn't know about the Minnesota law that you were talking about, but he's not good. Technically, he's only probably going to do 15 if he makes it.
Right.
Now, I also don't believe that he's going to be in gym pop. He's definitely going to be protected, so he's not going to do hard time like Mr. Watson was saying. No hard time. I don't think hard things are going to happen to him.
Prison is prison.
I don't know. They're going to protect him for 15. You going to keep being protect the countries for 15 years?
Is there a way you can turn your notifications off on your phone? Is there a way? You're on live. This is live.
You gotta mute that Tinder app, fam.
People looking for me. I
just mute it. That's all. But no, he's going to prison, so it ain't but so much protection. He's not going to like a lower tiered prison. Like he's not going to a country club style.
Right. He's not going to the Fed.
Yeah. He's going to
They're not gonna put him in gym pop with big.
He may be in what they call administrative segregation. He may be in that, but that's hard time. That's still hard time.
Yeah.
That's still.
And I definitely agree with you when you said, look at his eyes, man. He was scared as I don't know what. With his mask on, he was just like this.
Yeah, he's like, for real? This shit real? He was like, this real?
He was like,
I can't handle guns.
I can't believe this is happening to me.
Yeah.
I'm white.
He was like, there's one, they showed one view on Twitter. I was trying to grab it, but I can't find it no more. But when the dude was talking, it was just him. And he was like 270. And you could tell he was counting. He was like,
How many days is that, fam?
He definitely talks with his eyes. He speaks with his eyes. You can see a lot of what he's feeling and thinking with his eyes. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see. He is scared.
You know what it reminds me of? Now I just think about it. So in Malcolm X, when him and what's his name got convicted.
Oh, when
Shorty him and Shorty got convicted, and you will serve your sentences concurrently. And Shorty goes,
he thought he was getting like 100
years.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know. People, is it enough, and will it deter, and will this stop, this type of behavior? No, and no. But at the same time, I think some manner of precedent is now set because you've seen it. Now you've seen it.
So they'll maybe take another nanosecond to think before
but
they.
But I also think it was a bone thrown to us too. It was a little bone, just like Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Shut them up for a little bit. We doing other stuff. We over here, putting missiles underwater. Shut them up for a minute. Distract them. Yeah.
Yeah, none of this is happening if not for 2020. None of this. He talking about he wasn't swayed by public opinion. Sir.
Sure you were. Sure you were.
Knock it off.
Right.
Sure you were
not watching Friends marathons every day.
Yeah.
You saw some news articles, fam. You watched the nightly news.
Saw the protest and emotion. I don't know if y'all saw the press conferences outside later where they had Ben Crump out there.
Did Ben Crump, did he speak?
Oh,
Did he say
yes,
that the family forgive? Did he get a chance to say?
Oh, I don't know if he said that about the family forgive, but
say the justice has been served.
But as far as emotion, though, somebody brought up that little girl that had on that love T-shirt that was standing right there and saw Floyd, Floyd, them kill him. And I thought about that too. I was like, and they brought it up and they said, she's going to grow up and eventually have kids too. And she's going to have to explain what she saw at 9 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. This entire generation is going to have to explain it, because whether they saw it live in person, which is one type of trauma, they saw it over and over again on television. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
yeah. And the youngsters, they're interesting. They're fascinating because they don't have the tie. They don't have the tie to the racialness of this racism that we do.
No,
like they understand it is racism by definition.
I blame the school.
They don't understand why. So when they get older, it'll be like, man, you just can't do that to people. That's just wrong to do that to people.
You laugh at the Watson. I'm serious. Because they watered down these textbooks so much that these kids don't get to see and hear and learn about what the struggle really was. So you show something like years ago when I first started teaching 8th grade U.S. history, I would show at the end of the school year roots. I can't even do that no more. I can't do that no more. Number one, no, I can't show it no more. Number one, it used to piss me off that the kids started giggling. They would start laughing throughout the movie because they thought that stuff was funny. They didn't realize, this is something
really
that
really happened.
I laughed at parts of Star Wars.
Oh, dude, it's not roots.
Because it was fantasy.
That's not. Yeah, that's what they think.
Roots
so to
them, yeah.
Enlighten or highlight your point, they don't get to hear and see the real because our textbooks won't allow it. So unless you got a rebel teacher, and I don't know any on this call right now, unless you got a rebel teacher, they're not gonna hear the real. So and then the parents don't really talk about it. I know y'all remember me telling y'all the parent told on me for talking about the insurrection. Or, I had somebody tell on me before when we did September 11th history. They said the child came home crying and wrote this long letter to my principal. She shouldn't be showing this and talking about this. I'm like, this is history. What are you?
Right.
Yeah, well, it's in the past.
Literally history that shaped the next 20 years.
Leave it in the past. It's the history.
So, yeah,
okay.
Is school over for you?
Oh yes, I'm out.
So if Monday had came the way it was coming and y'all was still in class or whatever, and Friday happened and you done seen what you had seen Monday, would you?
Oh, that would be my warm up.
Oh, you were talking about sentencing.
That would be my warm up. What do you think about the sentencing? That's my warm up.
Current events.
Absolutely.
You had just said that they be scrutinizing.
That's my warm up, and I stand by it.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think you would do it.
Okay. Ask some of my former.
And you would get the kids to talk about how did the sentencing make you feel? Is that what you?
Yeah, because that's it. Right there. That's the key word. No, that's the key word I have to use in my warm up.
Oh, okay.
That way, because they're big on social emotional learning.
Mm-hmm.
So I could easily say, oh, I was trying to get them to share their feelings because that's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
We want the kids to be able to share their feelings. So I will put it in a sense where, how did it make you feel? And then I would say, if you didn't know about the sentencing, and then I would tell them what happened. Now share your thoughts on how that makes you feel. Yes.
Okay. Hey, we'll never know. We'll never know.
She gonna open up with it on day after Labor Day.
Yeah.
Right. How do you think you felt about the June?
I'm like, what?
On this section, we'll be talking about critical race theory. No. All right. Well, we appreciate you. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. That one. That's the one. All right. Thank you. Appreciate you. It's all fun and games until it ain't.
Till it ain't.
This is other story.
What else? So, yeah, about to say, you said like last show, you said you had a bunch of stories.
Yeah, I had 2 or 3. But they was, you know, it was kind of serious. So I wanted to talk about the McAfee dude, John McAfee. Because it was an interesting. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Let me stop this.
Like, I'm familiar, but something recent happened though, because
he checked.
I know.
He checked.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, he checked himself out.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, no late checkout. He checked.
Okay.
He checked
so
out.
McAfee's security failed.
Oh, geez, that's the one. Yes. That's the one. Hey, I don't even. There it is, ladies. All
right, good. Moving on.
That was the punchline, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let me see. So apparently, like I said, it's interesting because I didn't know he was this type of guy. He's a larger than life figure, and he was on the run, on the lam, all of that.
Yeah.
And they got video. Okay, good. Let's go to the video. Not of him checking out, no, but just the story. Some of y'all are weird in that way. All right, here we go.
Software pioneer and wanted fugitive John McAfee died by suicide in a Spanish prison cell on Wednesday after the country's high court authorized his extradition to the United States on charges of tax evasion and fraud. That's according to McAfee's lawyer, who said the software mogul died by hanging and could not stand any more time in jail, adding, quote, "This is the result of a cruel system that had no reason to keep this man in jail for so long." Known for his eccentric behavior and bizarre videos, the 75-year-old entrepreneur who sold his McAfee antivirus software company
what is that with his
Intel in
face?
2011 had been indicted in Tennessee on tax evasion charges. He was also charged in a cryptocurrency fraud case in New York. McAfee was arrested in Barcelona as he was about to board a flight to Istanbul in October. In a tweet posted June 10th, McAfee told his 1 million Twitter followers, quote, "There is much sorrow in prison, disguised as hostility." McAfee, who ran for president of the United States as a libertarian in 2016 and said in 2018 that he had fathered at least 47 children, lived in Belize for several years but fled after police sought him for questioning in the 2012 murder of a neighbor. McAfee said in 2019 that he had not paid U.S. income taxes for 8 years for ideological reasons. The same year he left the U.S. to avoid trial, largely living on a mega yacht.
It all says it on his boat, The Great Mystery.
When she solicited him as a prostitute while he was on the run. Janice McAfee said in a Twitter post on Sunday, quote, "The U.S. authorities are determined to have John die in prison to make an example of him for speaking out against the corruption within their government agencies. There is no hope of him ever having a fair trial in America."
So you know it's bad when you already in a Spanish prison and you like, well, I'm gonna kill myself before they get me to an American prison.
Well, so there's that, right?
That's bad.
Yeah, there's that. But I feel like this in a Spanish prison, let's say maybe he didn't check himself out. I feel like he was easier to be gotten to in a place like that.
That's a whole movie.
Yeah, it is.
How they got him, like, because you know they said he was leaving Spain, right, to go to Istanbul, and you feel like you good money the whole time, and soon, right before you board the flight, somebody grabs you on the elbow.
Yeah, come this way, Mr.
Come this
no, he has an accent, Mr. McAfee. Come this way, please.
So he's okay. Here we go. So he's a U.S. agent.
He's an asset.
But no, he's been abroad so long.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
He has a foreign asset, like in Born.
Like a foreign okay. Okay, or like in what's the joint on Netflix? With down when it was down in I don't forget the name of it now. Anyway, but like when they had the DEA was down in Colombia and all of that. Narcos. Yeah. Narcos. You know what I mean?
McAfee, just come, please.
It was right then and there we had Mr. McAfee in our sights. Pedro had seen him at the airport. And before we could get to him, he had already had him in custody.
I wish I had some shades because it's always the guy with the shades. It's please.
Yeah,
please.
yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I'm
Yeah,
full of props
please.
today. It's one of them type of shows. Okay.
Yeah, please.
Mr. McAfee. Come with me, sir.
Please.
please.
That's
Don't
it.
make a fuss. Don't make
Yeah,
a scene.
yeah.
Okay.
That's
We want this to be peaceful and quiet, but you must
it.
come with us now.
Right
You're not going to Istanbul.
right this way. Yeah. Can I see your ticket? No, I'd be like, can I see your tickets, please? And he had
Right.
You're not going to need this. They put that away. You're not going to need it. I don't know.
Looks like McAfee
Oh, here we go.
got the wrong server.
Yeah, the wrong server. There it is. Oh, let's see. Oh, dang! I had one.
Wait, okay.
I had an entendre. Oh man. I'm gonna come back to it. I gotta make it work.
Right.
It was
sorry. Okay, wait. I got another.
Okay, all right.
Looks like Mr. McAfee is going to. Well, you hit me too early.
No, I'm hitting that, and then
okay. Okay. Looks like Mr. McAfee is going to need a refresh.
Oh, jeez.
Yo. So.
Yeah, but I don't think he killed himself. I'll just say
you don't think so? Okay.
I don't think he killed himself.
All right. Well, maybe he caught a virus.
40. Oh.
Hey. Watch it.
Jeez. We're coming in fast. All right. There's one more. What is this one right here?
I got one whenever you run out.
Yeah. Sure.
I want Mr. Clarkson to get on deck, because he actually is the one that prompted this comment I'm about to make. So Clarkson, get on deck if you still watch. Yeah. I didn't watch the Friends reunion this week. I watched A Different World reunion.
Oh, I didn't know they was having that.
Yeah, not a lot of people might have, but apparently.
Wait a minute. Hold that.
Okay.
I apologize. I see a call that's been waiting about 6 minutes.
Okay.
I don't recognize the number. Let's go live. What's good with you? Let's go live. Who this?
Hello?
You.
Yeah, this is James Wright, Lamont. How you doing?
Hey, Brother Wright. What's good with you?
Well, I just want to say, I know John wants to get to his comments about A Different World, I guess the latest edition, and Friends, the latest edition. I just want to say real quick on that, I think Friends was the silliest show on TV next to that one with that Seinfeld. Those were two. Seinfeld. I thought those shows were silly. Anyway,
silly as in good. Silly as in good.
No.
Oh, okay.
Now, Different World. I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I want to expand on that. It was just interesting.
Yeah.
Now I wanted to comment on the Derek Chauvin sentencing, and Van Jones he's real shrill, and he wasn't making any sense. And I like John, I turned it on and turned it off because he was just. The thing you got to remember about this is that the judge.
Wait a second, sir. What sound was he making again? It was good. I just want to hear it again. How he sound? How did Van Jones sound?
You got me.
You said he went.
We were just trying to hear the noise again, but go ahead.
Right, man.
I watched it a little bit longer than you, John, and he was just complaining, not making any sense, not having any legal analysis, not having any type of analysis. He was just babbling.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he wasn't making any kind of sense. Anyway, the judge, I think, really throwed it at him because he could have just sent him for 40 years and then left it alone. But those conditions he laid on him, particularly being a predatory, whatchamacallit, and restricting him from ever owning a gun ever again in his life. I thought that was very, very harsh. And then remember, Chauvin faces federal charges on the killing of George Floyd too. And basically, Derek Chauvin's life functionally is over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
As it should be.
Yep. Well deserved having his life functionally be over. Good
As
riddance.
it should be. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's an interesting perspective. You saying that's harsh. Most felons, though, I don't think can own guns. Right. Most convicted felons.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was typical.
Yeah.
The predatory offender thing. That was uncommon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's my thing. This is a former cop. And, those folks in the criminal justice system, the judges and the prosecutors and the cops stick together. That's why I was so surprised by those two conditions.
Yeah.
Many of them, they don't even mention firearms restrictions like that.
Right.
And they certainly don't go as far as predators. They don't go that far.
Yeah. True story.
Looks like the white male is having a tough time these days with John McAfee and Mr. Epstein. But that's all I got to say.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
White guys are having a bad day today.
Yeah, that's it. He wanted to go out on that one.
Right.
Everybody gets a laugh. You know what I mean? So the Different World reunion, I didn't know it was happening.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was brought to you by the E Networks. It was on the E channel. Clarkson hit me. I saw Clarkson's post about it. I was like, okay, wait a minute, when that happened? I went back and it's actually on demand. It's actually on demand. So if you have E, you can go look it up on demand. That's how I saw it. Yo, it was nice to see, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sinbad was there. I don't know if this was how pre-taped it was. I don't know if it was
that's
prior to, when he had I think he had a stroke or something like that.
Yeah, but he been down for a minute, for months.
Okay, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how long ago this was taped, but Sinbad. You had Kadeem Hardison. You had Jasmine Guy, Cree Summer. I'm gonna forget my man's name now. Dude that played Ron.
Darryl Bell.
Darryl Bell and
he's an
girl.
Yeah.
Yep. And old girl that played Jaleesa were there live. Dawn Lewis. Yes, thank you. And so they were there live, and then they were just kind of doing the whole memory lane thing and like talking about the impact of the show and how it led to the a lot of cultural awareness and just exposing HBCUs. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time it didn't really gain any kind of national exposure. Like people didn't know what HBCUs were like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it just, but it was good. It was nicely done. I'm surprised that it was even on the E Network, but like, they did it was probably like an hour special. You know what I'm saying? And it was nice to see. Nice to see that. And Debbie Allen had a little, said a couple words on video, and a couple other people said some nice words on video and what have you. And they did like a nice little, retrospective of the show and all that. It was good, man.
Did they show clips from like the show? Or
they showed a couple in and out clips from the show.
What was the angle? Were we all sitting on couches holding hands? Like, what was the?
They like went to some college in LA. I don't know, probably some community college that was closed, and like kind of recreated. Like we was like, we couldn't have the old set, but we we went to try to recreate. So they like went to the cafeteria.
We could have built them a set at least.
I mean, listen. I don't know what this shoestring button was. I tell you what, they gave him the pink, the pink Cadillac that Dwayne and Whitley's rolling around in when they got married and went to LA.
Yeah. Like
they gave Kadeem that to pull up and pick up Jasmine Guy in, and then roll around.
Was Colonel Taylor there? Was Shazoo there?
Shaza?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was Jada Pinkett's character Gina Lena?
Nah, they went with like strictly core OG for the most part.
You got to bring it.
Lisa Bonet and what's the white girl?
Bonet's not even there, and the white girl.
No.
How? That's the core.
They was like one season.
The first season.
Yeah.
You can't have Different World without Lisa Bonet and then the girl.
I mean, you got to really think about it. The show, Marissa Tomei.
Yeah.
The show really didn't take off until second season. Let's keep it fun.
No, that was 100% true. Yeah. But it was still a good show, and Lisa Bonet was really, they had different writers, they had a different director, they had
different everything.
But that's
it's funny. I don't even think for real, if you really watch it, that they really had it like on a HBCU type of thing until the second season.
No, of course not. It was just college.
Yeah, it was just college.
And then Debbie Allen was like, "We need more." You know.
Yeah.
I mean, it was deliberate. It was intentional.
Oh yeah. And they mentioned that in the reunion, but she was like, she came in and really
School
bought.
days, and that's why I always say it's so important, man. Images, we discount images. A lot of us do anyway, and act like, you know, especially music. We act like that shit don't have an effect. That shit has 100% effect.
Mm-hmm.
I went to college because of School Days.
Yeah.
And Different World.
Yeah.
That point blank, period.
And I don't know why in my mind I always thought A Different World was first, then School Days came.
Nah, School Days was 87.
Okay, it's good. Okay.
87, baby. 87.
Okay.
Yeah, that don't first. But you probably a little older.
School Days was crazy, fam, because like, you know, that was like everybody you saw as like younger folk, and then they was in college licking the part down the middle of my man's like, oh snap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Old girl from House Party. Old girl from House Party about to get down with my man from
Little
Right
Shop
Thing.
of Horror. That's the little girl from Little Shop of Horror.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He just licked a part in his head, fam.
Hard, fam.
Right.
What's going on with that? Never seen that. That's a cinematic movie moment. You've never seen it before or since.
Won't see it again. Yeah. But it was a fun watch. I you know, that joint was nice to see, because I think they were at one point toying. I read an article of something about them toying with doing you know how they always doing these rebirths of shows now, like, you know,
the reboot
coming back, the reboots and all of that. And I read an article, and it was like they could never have a Different World reboot, because no matter what you do, no matter what you say, Bill Cosby got to get that check, and they're not giving Bill Cosby the check.
Oh, that's no.
He owns the rights.
No, I'm saying that's not a reason not to do
That's
it.
what the article said. They was like, yo, they can't do it because, you know, it's still.
They won't do it. They won't do it because they can do that. Have everybody, kids, go to the same college. You know what I'm saying?
But they can't use A Different World. It had to be like DIFF apostrophe RNT.
Nah, just call that Joan Hillman.
They might even own that. You never know how deep he probably went on the trademarking.
Call that Joan. What's her name? We call that Joan the Hillman Experience. Whitley and what was the name? Dwayne.
Yeah.
Whitley and Dwayne. Yeah. And so
Whitley was a whole. That guy was a whole 25 when Kadeem Hardison was like 19.
No, when
the show started.
He was like 30 when that show started. So a lot of people that are tearing her down. No. I read this. No, I read that. Yeah, she wasn't.
When it ended, she was probably 30.
I've read somewhere that it was 30 when she started. So a lot of people were like, "Oh, she looks." So one, she's sick. She's been dealing with some health issues for a long time. And that's that. Because we've been talking about her appearance for years. I seen her in person, 2011, and I was like, "Oh,
you better be careful."
No, I'm saying that's what it was. It was like, oh. But then I read she's dealing with like a serious one of those alphabetical, one of those letters.
Oh, really? Like lupus or something like that?
Like something, MD or MFs or one of them. MF. It was
one. Okay. Like muscular dystrophy or something like that. Okay.
And I was like, oh.
Because I remember I saw her in, I want to say it was 2000 and either 8 or 9.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, I mean, literally, because I've seen her like a couple years later. I was like, wow, the difference a couple years makes.
Yeah.
She was looking like, I was like, okay. When I saw her then, and then like saw a couple years later, I was like, oh, okay.
She in the first time you seen her, she was like Whitley, and second, she was like Miss Gilbert. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was. No, but I never really made fun of her because it was early. She had an early issue, but she was the oldest one on the cast back then.
Yeah. But you know, they look good. Cree Summer looked good. You know what I'm saying?
Cree Summer is probably the richest.
Yeah, she's still working and getting that money. She got more voices on things you wouldn't even realize. Yeah, she's saying, I'm about to do a new voice on SpongeBob, SpongeBob spinoff. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, that money just keeps on coming in. So she's doing all right. Yeah. I didn't know that she and Kadeem Hardison, they was a couple back in the day.
I think I remember that loosely.
Yeah. They mentioned that on the show. They was like, yeah, you know, as soon as she started working, she said, I had my eyes on Kadeem and I went and got him.
Oh,
they was like a whole couple for like, you know, I don't know how
on the
long, but a
show
couple
or
of
in
years.
real life, you mean? Because on the show,
real life, no.
Oh, okay.
So in real life, her character was crushing on him. You know, like when she was introduced to the show, she was crushing on Dwayne Wayne.
Yeah,
and
I
then
remember
she
that.
was like behind the scenes. You know, they got together for real, and they was like
He was crushing on her.
Yeah,
yeah,
he was crushing it.
He was crushing her.
Yeah,
he was Korean her summer.
All right. You got it right before I could say it, but I appreciate it.
He was Korean her summer.
Korean her summer.
All right. Well, there's that. Let me see. Talk about everything. So there was this Indiana woman who was first person. Let me do this one real quick. This is the last one. This is probably irrelevant news at this point after today's sentencing, but not really. But not really. So apparently, this Indiana woman, that ain't her, is it? No, that's something else. What is this picture? That picture don't match the headline.
What's the Indiana woman becomes first person to be sentenced in capital riots? No, that's of course.
Indiana woman becomes first person to be sentenced, and she will not serve time. Indiana woman become the first person sentenced. Nice. She became the first person sentenced in the January riot at the U.S. Capitol on Wednesday after entering a guilty plea. Smart.
Mm-hmm.
And telling the court she's since educated herself with movies such as Schindler's List. Oh my God.
Wow.
This is the team. This is what I be talking about.
Wow.
The type of team you need. You need writers like that. All these people, Matt Getz and all these people fumbling at the words in front of the news. You need a PR team.
That's amazing.
This. She's since what the fuck does
Schindler's List
do with insurrection? Are you kidding me?
I watched Schindler's List and I see it now. I get it now. I'm sorry.
I get it now.
I'm so sorry.
I get it. Now Now I get it. She probably was in there like that too. Now.
Right.
Here. Because it starts here. I get it.
No. She did it. She was like, you know, I didn't quite first realize, but then I watched Schindler's List.
And I got
it.
It's here.
It's here.
It's here. They're like, what?
They had that list.
They had that list. No, she was like this. The names.
Wait, give it one finger. Do it again, but give it a one finger. The names.
The names. on the list. What? People in the courtroom like,
and
what?
then it was in black and white.
Oh, geez.
You understand? It was in black and white.
Families.
Together.
Kids.
Okay, now scroll the fingers down.
You got to do the exhale. Oh my gosh. Let's keep reading this. Anna Morgan Lloyd pleaded guilty in federal court to one charge of parading. You get a charge for parading? Of course I'm pleading guilty. Demonstrating or picketing in a Capitol building in exchange for 3 years of probation, $500 in restitution. She got to pay more than Derek
Chauvin.
Are you kidding me? He has to pay $80 in court costs. 40 hours of community service. She's prohibited from buying a firearm under the terms of her probation. Okay, for 3 years. And I have really struggled with what would be an appropriate sentence, is what the judge said. The judge of 33 years said he feels troubled by the accounts of some members of Congress who compare the insurrection to a day of tourists walking through the Capitol, and yet you give her no jail time. This wasn't a peaceful demonstration. It was not an accident that it turned violent. I also think some of the defendants in these cases are not going to do what you did. Some of them are not going to say they did anything wrong. Okay, contrition will get you off. In a tearful apology, she intended to show peaceful support for former President Donald Trump that day. Okay, blah, 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 blah.
What I would love is like where they don't say, she also pointed out about 35 or 45 of serious offenders and gave names, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want to hear. She got to deal because she was like, oh yeah, that dude is so and so. That's at whatever 90, you know, whatever. His Instagram is so and so.
It gets better.
Okay.
Yeah, let me bring this back so y'all can read along. It gets better. I thought that was the end of it, but it gets better. In her plea, she wrote that she's ashamed of her participation in the rally, adding that she's learned from her action using movies and books recommended by her attorney. You need a team. You need a team.
That good team.
Her attorney attaching plot summaries of Schindler's List and Just Mercy as evidence. I've learned that even though we live in a wonderful country, things still need to improve. People of all colors should feel as safe as I do to walk down the street. Oh, somebody told her about privilege. Okay. Her attorney said Miss Morgan Lloyd is the least culpable among the thousands of rioters. She snitched. She definitely gave names.
Oh, yeah.
She was very willing to learn about American history. Oh, really? At her age? When I offered, this is her attorney talking. When I offered her a book list and a movie list, she got a library card because she lives in a remote part of Indiana. Hey, man, listen. You can't make this up. The list, her book list.
No, you can. And that's exactly what they did.
Yes. The list
that's exactly what they did.
Included the book Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee, Netflix's Mudbound, and documentaries Slavery by Another Name and Tulsa Burning, the 1921 Race Massacre.
So between
Jeez.
Just Mercy and Mudbound and Schindler's List, she got a whole new woke appreciation for.
Here's the explanation. The lawyer, who's also representing 6 other people, so 6 more stories are coming. That after the sentencing, that though the themes in the movies and the books may not directly relate to what fueled the riot, she believes that they stand as an important lesson in civics because that's what's needed.
They should have shown her get on the bus.
Yeah, they didn't understand.
That's how you come to the Capitol and actually have a gathering and nothing pops up.
Oh, touche. I like that. I'll allow it. It's right on point. That's actually perfect. Should have shown get on the bus. Oh, ridiculous.
That's crazy.
She said she came with her friend. Oh, she snitched. She traveled that day with her friend Donna Sue Bussey.
Somewhere Donna Sue was like, wait a minute.
I caught a straight.
They didn't even arrest me, fam. Why you
let me see.
Put my name in it?
Oh, she got arrested.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course she did. She just gave her homegirl's name.
She better have a good story. Because if her story ain't this, if her movie list, though, Your Honor, after watching Malcolm
Django,
she come in there. We didn't land on the Capitol landed on
us, right?
Oh, geez, your story.
Right, Malcolm X, Do the Right Thing, Django, and
Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. If her list doesn't beat that, oh, geez, amazing. All right, there's that. We end on that.
Wait, one last one, if you allow me. I know we're running over time, but I just found it just a story that tickled me to death this week. With your man having to buy the rum company, and then he had to change the name.
Oh man, I forgot all about that.
I don't know why I'm forgetting Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. So Michael B. Jordan is putting out a spirit. Got a little spirit company he's launching off the ground, and he's calling the joint. Well, he was calling it Juve.
You're right.
And Juve is the morning before Carnival in most West Indian territories. Is there's a specific celebration that it observes. I've forgotten. You can Google it. But I
call it a celebration of freedom. It's always usually somewhere around.
Yeah, and it's usually the day before, and it's all night. And it's party in the streets, and so celebration. It reminds you of rum. You know what I'm saying? So apparently, Twitter, some parts of Black Twitter, and Nicki Minaj was like, "Yo, you culturally misappropriating because you ain't Caribbean." No, absolutely, that is the biggest bunch of bullshit. What? And then he folded
like a cheap suit.
Oh, he's a whole whore for that.
I love it.
And then they smashed her though. Black Twitter, the other Black Twitter, Foundational Black Twitter.
On ADOS Black Twitter.
Yeah. Foundational Black Twitter smashed. Nigga was like, whoa. What you talk? Because she's from Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
And they was like, wait, all the shit you've been talking over there, you made your money off of Black culture. Like they really went at her so much so that it took the flame off of him and put it on. But the fact that he folded, he's like, and it made an apology. I love it. Hilarious. Man, no way in the world I'm that is such an appropriate name for a rum.
Yeah, but like I find it, I can appreciate the sentiment of like, yo.
How? You don't have to be West Indian to use the word Juve.
But I find it funny that West Indian people were offended. And I find it fantastic that it was so much so, in fact, that he had to change the name.
He don't have the right team. He ain't got the right team. He should have kept going.
What he should have did.
I watched guess who's coming?
No. He should have said I watched Cool Runnings.
Cool Runnings. I was just about to say. Yeah. I watched
the Denzel Washington joint, Mighty Quinn.
Mighty Quinn, Finding Malby. Yeah. Guess who's coming there and
but like all he had to do, sometimes people need my number, man. All he had to do was find another celebrity friend who has West Indian roots and be like, yo, fam, 5%, I'll let you get in like right now.
Oh, true.
And then they'll be like, yeah, we this is my partner. We've been doing this.
Or nothing. That's the problem with us, man. Look, think of all these products out here where the owner ain't what the product reflects. Are you kidding me? You think if I had the resources and a distillery, I'm not opening up a whiskey? I'm not launching a whiskey?
Yeah,
with the name O'Malley and Sons? Are you kidding me? Man, black people need to, sometimes some people need to shut the hell. And he folded like
a lawn chair.
That was the biggest Gump move, the folding the apology.
The first thing came to my mind was like, yo, we spent probably months or however long on marketing and branding, and the labels is all made, and they about to drop this joints in the warehouse. They got to take all the labels off. They got to go right back to the drawing board. Like, man,
he's a cold clown for that, and that's that cancel culture shit that people be talking about. Is so you're supposed to let that go 2 days.
I would have ignored it. I would have let it fly. I just like
ignored it.
Not even ignore it.
I gotta say something. He should have just ignored 48 hours. It'd have been gone.
But if memory serves me, who posted the post that said "Congratulations on your new rum label, sweetheart" or something like that?
Oh, who was that?
The girlfriend.
Oh, who you with?
Harvey. What's her name? Harvey.
Oh, Lori Harvey.
So she posted, and I think the whole thing is going off of her post because she kind of brought it to the forefront that he has this new rum, whatever. Thanks, babe.
And people really don't like her. They probably was really getting at her.
Thanks, babe. Appreciate it.
Ruin the business. I tell you what, if I got a chance to put out a wine, I'm naming it Juve wine.
Juve wine.
Pun intended.
Oh man,
no way.
I thought that was great.
Oh man, he's a chump for that. I'm hoping that he's not changing and just this is all publicity.
I just see the warehouse with all that liquor.
Yeah, that's got to stay.
It's sitting.
Stay. The name's
like it would almost have to be. I'd sell whatever I had already made and labeled at twice the price and call it like signature edition or something like that.
Oh yeah.
That only gonna get. These are the only bottles in circulation, so you get them now before they go because we're getting ready to change the name to Emancipation or whatever else, something American.
Oh, jeez. Foundational rum.
Right.
Foundation rum.
Right. Foundation rum.
There's the foundation. Oh, shucks. All right, there it is, folks. That's your show for today. All fun and games until it ain't. Appreciate you, John Watson, our New York.
Follow.
Yeah, let me put that up. Oh, yeah. I gotta get used to that. We need the numbers, man. We're putting content on the new Instagram page, separate. It's completely for the show. Follow it right here, LGL _ all fun and games, spelled out the Queen's English. You got to make faces so that your pronunciation is crisp.
Yes.
They teach you that in Radio 101. So anyway, follow LGL, All Fun and Games, and hit the thumbs up on the way out. Subscribe to the channel, share it. And that's about it, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, Jack. All right. And for the rest of y'all, have a good, safe weekend, man. I appreciate y'all. We'll be back at it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Lord willing. Let's go live. And we're going to, learn something and have fun while doing it. What's up this weekend? What is this weekend? Is this something? Is there something coming up? Enjoy your weather. We got 90 degrees out here, so wherever you at. Newcomers, appreciate you tuning in. I hope to have you back. My regular party people in the Peanut Gallery, a.k.a. the nigga section. I appreciate you. Good to see you. We'll see y'all next time. Oh, the money wheel. So we ain't really talk about the money wheel. I'm gonna put the number up. It's literally might be $50 at this point. A couple people put $10 here, $5 here. If you want a chance at the 50-50 raffle that we do every Friday, live on the air, real money, real people giving real money. We got this thing called the money wheel. These are for the new people. Bear with me. This is what it looks like. We put your names on there. You send us $5 a slot. Cash App is on the screen now. And you say, I want 10 slots. I sent $50. I want 10 slots. You got to say slots or pot. Or you just want to donate $30 to the pot. You got to say slots or pots. That's the money wheel right there. No names on it right now. I know about 4 people gave money. I ain't put your names on it yet. But that's what the money wheel looks like every Friday live on the show. Only show that's really doing that. So Cash App, Let's Go Live Show. All right, and that's about it. Gotta go. Got shit to do. Appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.